Once upon a time, in a little village, there was a kind-hearted man named Homer. Homer was known for being a really nice person, always helping others and making them feel good. He spent his days spreading happiness and making a difference in people's lives. Everyone in the village knew Homer for his big heart and how much he cared about others. Homer always did more than expected to help people, and he made everyone feel loved and happy. Because he was so good, some folks in the village started feeling jealous of him. But even though Homer was so nice, he sometimes wondered why bad things happened to good people and why some not-so-nice people seemed to have an easy life without any troubles. One cloudy day, as Homer was walking through the village, he noticed a young girl crying by the side of the road. He felt worried and went up to her asking, "What's wrong, dear?" The girl sniffled and explained that her family's house had burned down and they had lost everything. Homer's heart felt heavy as he listened to her sad story. He tried to comfort her, telling her that things would get better, even though inside he wondered why such a bad thing happened to an innocent family. Homer was really upset by all this, so he decided to find some answers. He decided to seek advice from an elderly wise man in the village. This wise man lived in a peaceful cottage in a quiet part of the village. When Homer reached the wise man's cottage, he respectfully greeted the wise master and sat down with other folks who were also troubled by life's challenges. The elderly wise man was busy helping others with his deep knowledge and wisdom. When it was Homer's turn to speak, he shared his worries and asked the wise master why good people often have bad things happen to them. The wise man, with his wrinkled face and kind eyes, smiled warmly and motioned for Homer to sit beside him. "Homer, my child," the wise man began, "you must have noticed that those who do good things sometimes feel sad and troubled, while those who do bad things seem to live happily. People who do good deeds often wonder why they face so many challenges in life." Homer nodded in agreement and asked, "What is karma? Please tell me about it, master." The old master explained, "Homer, you should have a clear understanding of karma. It's often described as the law of cause and effect. This means that the things you do can affect what happens to you in the future. When you do good things tend to happen to you, and when you do bad things might happen." Homer listened attentively, eager to learn more. "Homer, my dear," the wise man began, "life can be quite unpredictable, and the world is a mix of both good and bad things. Sometimes good people face tough times simply because life isn't always fair. It's a part of being human, and we have to find our way through it." He continued, "If something bad happens to someone, it's often a result of their karma. Nature doesn't make mistakes, and there's no favoritism. According to the law of karma, if someone does something wrong, they will face the consequences. Maybe not right away, but eventually. What goes around comes around, whether it's good or bad." The wise man added, "Every living being gets the results of their actions. Nature gives everyone a chance to choose their own path. It's up to each person to decide if they want to do what's right or wrong. If you're going through a tough time and facing difficulties, it usually means you made a mistake somewhere, something you did wrong, and now you're facing the consequences." As Homer listened, things started to make more sense in his mind. The wise man continued, "Homer, remember, everything happens for a reason, so don't question it. Instead, trust it. And listen closely to this, my child. The one who suffers can still find happiness in their life. But the one who causes sorrow and pain to others without reason can never truly be happy in their entire life. In the end, they will have to face sorrow, and it's their destiny." He explained further, "The rule of karma is simple. Karma has no menu. You get what you deserve. If someone is tormenting and troubling you today, it doesn't mean they'll be happy forever. Someday, they will have to pay for it. Someone will come into their life and give them the same pain and troubles they've caused others. That's the principle of karma." After hearing all this, Homer became eager to ask the wise man about why bad people seem to live happily. He inquired, "My wise master, why do bad people prosper and live so happily in this world? What good deeds have they done to be so content? Why don't they get punished for their wrongdoings?" The old master responded, "Homer, Bad people seem happy because of the good deeds they might have done in their past lives, or even in this life. But when their good deeds run out, that's when their bad times begin. Karma works in a way that it punishes them on your behalf, so you don't need to seek revenge. How people treat you is their karma, and how you react is yours. So don't waste your time on revenge. Those who hurt you will eventually face their own karma. Homer, imagine this. When a bird is alive, it eats ants, but when the bird dies, it becomes a part of the earth. That's the law of karma, the wise man explained. He continued, "There's a saying about karma that holds true. Karma never loses an address. Karma is a part of life. When you do wrong things, you'll face the consequences. Time can change, and don't underestimate anyone in life. You may be powerful, but time is even more powerful." The wise man emphasized, "A person is born alone, dies alone, and faces the consequences of their karma alone. Whether they go to a difficult place or a better one, it's their journey." Now, Homer, remember that tough times also provide an opportunity for a person to show their strength. He went on, "During these challenging moments, the true strength of good people shines through. Their ability to overcome adversity, their unwavering belief in goodness, and their resilience inspire others and create positive change." The wise old master shared stories of people who had faced really tough times but didn't let their spirit break. He talked about activists fighting for fairness, doctors healing the sick, and teachers nurturing young minds, even when they had faced personal tragedies. These stories showed that the difficulties these people faced didn't define them. It was how they responded that mattered. As Homer listened closely, he realized that bad things happening to good people weren't punishments or reflections of their character. Instead, they were opportunities for growth, compassion, and a chance to make a difference. The wise old master's words lit a fire inside Homer, and he was determined to bring about positive change. All the troubling and peace-destroying thoughts that had been bothering him were gone. He stood up, respectfully bowed before the old master, and thanked him for helping him escape the darkness of ignorance he had been living in before seeking guidance. Homer returned to the village with a newfound sense of purpose. He rallied the community, organizing fundraisers and gathering resources to help the little girl's family rebuild their lives. The entire village came together, showing the power of unity and the strength of goodness. News of Homer's efforts spread far and wide, inspiring others to take action in their own communities. People began to understand that when bad things happened to good people, it didn't make their goodness disappear. It made it shine even brighter. The world started to see that even in tough times, kindness had the power to create a ripple effect of positivity. As years passed, Homer's small village transformed into a thriving community filled with compassion and empathy. The once unanswered question of why bad things happen to good people became a reminder of the strength and resilience within each person. Through his journey, Homer learned that life's challenges weren't meant to break good people, but to shape them into something even greater. He realized that the impact of his actions was far more significant than the need for an explanation. So, my dear friends, remember that tough times can happen to good people, but it's in those moments that their strength, compassion, and resilience shine the brightest. Let's take a lesson from Homer's story and seize the chance to make a positive difference, no matter what we're facing. I hope you enjoyed this inspiring tale. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Wisdom to Tell. See you soon, and we'll definitely meet again. Until then, take good care of yourselves.